The Tipping Point with Mike Tipton is brought to you by Dubby. What is Dubby? Dubby is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like those other energy drinks have. They also have no maltodextrin fillers and don't use artificial dyes. Dubby contains vitamins, amino acids, a nootropic, and 150 milligrams of caffeine. Dubby's products are made in the USA in an FDA-inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP manufacturing guidelines. All of the flavors are unique and custom-made by Dubby, and you'll never taste our taste anywhere else. The best part about it is they're affordable. Dubby's drinks come out to about $1 per drink, much cheaper than Starbucks or any of those canned energy drinks. To learn more, visit w.gg.com/discount/MRTipton33 and place your order today. Use promo code MrTipton33 and save today. Dubby Energy, be better. What's going on, everybody? I want to tell you about my new friends over at Cleverman. Visit them online at becleverman.com. What they gave me was the energizing face and beard scrub along with the Cleverman face scrubber. And trust me when I say this, the energizing face and beard scrub smells amazing. Combining it with the face scrubber, making sure that your boy was looking as good and sexy as possible, opened up a whole different sensation in my face that I haven't ever felt before. I felt so clean, so fresh, and so clean, like Outcast said, and it helped me feel like I was ready for my day. Make sure you visit them online at becleverman.com and follow them on Instagram at clevermannyc. The link is up in my bio if you want to check out all the amazing products they have. Visit them online, becleverman.com. It is time for the Tipping Point with Mike Tipton, hanging out with you here on this TIP VIP Friday. I got my dude Augustine Pimentel hanging out with us. We got the BS podcast that tuned in over on Instagram along with Brenda Martinez. We got a ton of people watching, whether it's on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, the various YouTube channels, X or now Instagram as well. Augustine, I've never realized that I can go to a coffee place and it would get the reactions that it got. And you know me, like I tend to do things off the beaten path, right? Like I see someone in their business, I'll go out and show them a little bit of love.
Well, this had an extra motivation.
A little bit, yes, a little bit there. But so I go out there to Bean Keeney Espresso 915. It's over here on the east side of El Paso off of Zaragoza. The coffee's good, right? Like I'm always one of these people, if you have a gimmick, whatever the food is, whatever the product is that you're selling, better be good. So they go, obviously you can hear it in the name, Bean Keeney. They're serving you coffee in bikinis, right? Cool, I'm good with it. It's a concept. Dudes are gonna love it, right?
Some girls are gonna love it too.
I put up that video, and so far 90% of the comments are from women, which normally do not comment on my stuff, so it's wild. And it's all about how gross it is. And I'm like, okay, I understand the concept, right? Like you see someone in a bikini, maybe you don't want to get something from them.
But what?
If you've ever been in a bathing suit and served food or drink to anybody, you are doing exactly what they're doing, but they have to meet a health standard that I guarantee you don't at home. So there we go. Like get off your high horse. Stop pretending that it's something horrible, you fucking prudes, and move the hell on. It's a bikini coffee shop. Be fun, you nerd.
Isn't Hooters the same?
Hooters, Twin Peaks, like you can go down the list, dude. It's come on now. Like if that's where we draw the line, be better. Like just be better.
Yeah, some people get offended because of nothing. But hey, that's the payment this society is doing for thinking that everybody's special.
Well, I think this is like the thing too is we live in a society where we hear like, about body positivity and things like that. And I'm all about it, dude. If be you and be happy with who you are, right? Like that's 100% the way it should be.
I'm happy being the seal I am.
Oh, 100%. 100%. The sexy elephant known as Mike Tipton, I'm happy being this.
Elephant seal.
There you go. This guy got it. But like for me, don't go around tearing down somebody because they're happy with who they are. All that does is show me a level of insecurity within yourself that maybe you should dial that back a little bit. Just dial it back a little. It's not that serious, man. It's a
Cowboy
that
fans.
serves coffee or a coffee place that has people serving it in bikinis. It's not the end of the world. They're not nude. Like come on now, man. And maybe that'd be a great coffee idea, Augustine. Maybe we just found a new business.
Yeah, I don't know if I would order my coffee with milk though.
What if it was like a male? Like, okay,
No.
Hear me out. Men, just big, beefy, chiseled men, serving coffee, shirtless and in a Speedo.
So you're talking about the Bistrilla coffee shop?
I mean, the Bistrilla, Mike Tipton coffee. We can go into business together, Strilla. If you're watching, I got you, buddy. Like we can do this.
An image just came to my mind, which is you and Bistrilla in a bikini serving coffee. Please stop. I'm going to have nightmares this weekend.
Ashley saying, what's up, fellas? LOL, let's keep it female, please. Please, let's keep it female. I mean, you don't want to see, again, just a big, beefy boy serving you your coffee, shirtless. Like, I mean, come on now.
I hope NFL linemen are watching this and just know that every time they play, we're thinking this.
Just a bunch of big, beefy boys slapping meat. Tommy says, what's up, Tip? I'm sure this was not the time you wanted to tune in, Tommy, but I'm glad that you're here, Tommy. Thank you so much for the support.
Hey, Tipton, one thing, and you always have great caps. Talk about your cap real quick, where it came from, what it is, and because that's an amazing looking cap.
Cassandra over on Instagram saying she'd be down. She's down to see the big beefy boys handing out coffee in their Speedos. So hey, maybe now we've got an idea, Augustine. We got an idea. We need to run forward with it. You're my business dude, so maybe you can find a way to make this happen. This hat, the El Paso Matachinas, this is our Copa identity for the El Paso Chihuahuas. I don't have the blue one in here, but I'll put up a picture of that one a little bit later. The Copa identity to me is super cool because minor league baseball leans into like the Hispanic culture that is dominant. Let's be honest, dominant in baseball. And it's kind of like a little nod, like a little, tip of the cap to the various areas and like the cultural identities that come in those areas, right? So you look at Albuquerque. Whenever they have their Albuquerque Isotopes Copa identity, it's the mariachis, which is, again, vibrant colors, things like that. Yesterday, the El Paso Chihuahuas were the El Paso Matachinas. You can see how cool this looks. Like you got all the designs and stuff like that are on it as well. And one of the best things about it is that you see teams that you wouldn't necessarily associate with a Copa identity coming up with that alternate identity. I wore a hat the other day from Birmingham, Alabama, the Trash City, the Rocket City Trash Pandas. And their alternate identity was the white sauce. It looks like just a bottle squirting sauce out. One, it's hilarious. Two, great.
Are they selling coffee too?
Great marketing. They're selling the milk for the coffee. The best part about that is like you get to see some of these other jerseys. Plus, it's easy to sell merch. And the Chihuahuas, though, do it right. Like, it's wild to say this, and I know I sound like I'm pushing propaganda right now. I am not. It is a source of pride within that organization that they've been around for 13 years. And 10 out of the 13 years, they have led all of minor league baseball in merchandise sales because of amazing ideas like this, being able to sink into, one, the silliness that minor league baseball is, but then the seriousness of coming up with a really awesome design, like how they've done with some of these things. They've got a great staff over there.
And it's incredible. It's been 13 years since the El Paso Chihuahuas, because if you remember, I'm the guy that covered the naming of the Chihuahuas for El Paso 600 ESPN. And I think I got some great interviews. I think I got some great. It's still up there if anyone wants to check it out. It's still out there if you write 600 ESPN's Augustine covers El Paso naming MLB, something like that. And it's still out there, and the audio's there, and I got some pretty cool access. Well, it helped that I knew some of the people from before, but the El Paso Chihuahuas, I've been lucky enough to travel all over, and I've seen some other stadiums and merchandise from other teams, as you say, the Isotopes with the mariachis and all that. They're starting to a lot of these local teams, which are AAA, AA, are starting to copy the business plan that is the El Paso Chihuahuas, which is very cool, because the El Paso Chihuahuas are one of the few teams in town that actually have an El Paso identity, and that actually go out into the community and be part of the community. And they stress that even with the players that are down here from MLB trying to do their rehab, are completely surprised at how the El Paso Chihuahuas work and the connection with the fans that they have. I mean, no, I don't think any other minor league stadium in the States is as sold as University Park. And that's a given, because even day games when people are supposed to be at work, at school and all that, there's a bunch of people there, because I'm lucky enough to pass by while I go to the office and see people having fun.
I think that's one of the cool things about it, right? Is like, one, minor league baseball is much more communal, much more regional, especially to like the local area. What I really appreciate about it, and again, I know people are going to be like, Tip, it's you work for the team. I always have to put that caveat out there, because yes, I work for the team.
He said this from before, people.
Yeah.
He said this a long time ago.
The coolest thing about it is you can leave El Paso and go to Orlando, right? Like Disney World, go to Disneyland. Fuck, man, I was in Connecticut, and I will see that awesome EP logo with the star in the P. I'll see some El Paso Diablos hats. I'm sure, in the future, we're going to see these hats out there in places that are not El Paso. And
Alabama.
You ask them, do you have a connection to El Paso? And it's, nah, dude, but like, it's an awesome looking logo. Like, I love the team, the Chihuahuas are this and like that and that. They know who the brand is, right? That's a great thing that they've done as far as marketing goes. And whenever you talk about it, the way the city has embraced them, the way that they have embraced the city. I went and I did a career day at my son's school, right? Fully expecting, not knowing that other people from the Chihuahuas were going to be there, because it's over here on the far east side of El Paso. It's a elementary school career day. And they had representation from the Chihuahuas there, not just for the little kids to see, like, look how cool it is to be in sports, but to inspire young women that they too can get a career in sports. One of the things that I'm the proudest of in like my department, if I can just stand on my soapbox here, is giving the opportunities that I gave in this industry to some of the females that I know that are working their asses off to get into this industry, that aren't given a fair shake to do this damn job. Because you're a woman, what do you know about sports and that archaic mindset that people seem to have whenever it comes to this stuff? We're opening doors here with the El Paso Chihuahuas and letting people run through that door. And if I wind up losing half my staff because they moved on to somewhere else, dude, that's just part of the job. And I want that to happen. I want them to go out there and chase these damn dreams and do those things. So for the Chihuahuas to open those doors, not just for, dudes like me who love sports and was blessed with the abilities that I have, but for other people out there that are working their asses off to be able to do this, that's a really damn cool thing.
Yeah, it's an incredible thing. And the thing is, let's be honest, that most women know more about sports than we do.
Mina Kimes. I will say it 1,000 times. I got to work with Mina, and her knowledge of football is so far superior than dudes who played the damn sport. It's insane, man. She can break down an offense and a defense faster than I've seen NFL players be able to do that.
Yeah, and there's examples out there, and I'm probably reaching for the top people, but on Wednesday I had a couple of a little downtime at the office, and I said, you know what?
Send me AI images? Well, that's wild.
No, that was in the afternoon. I didn't have downtime there. But I saw the special on Pat Summit.
Yeah.
And that's one of them that she could have easily coached NBA and nobody would have said a peep.
Yeah.
It's awful what she's going through, and that's just life. We understand that. But her knowledge and her understanding of players, of how to build from the ground up, how to do everything. And I completely, if you don't have and they better, they better pay us for this. Disney, if you're watching, you got some great shows on there, but if you want to send some money our way, we'll put the Disney logo up there and stuff. But that and some other 20 for 20 and stuff that you have on there, ESPN stuff, is so worth it, especially this Pat Summit one. Because I'll tell you this much, Tip, at the end, I was feeling not just for Pat Summit, but for basketball in general, and the way she says everything has changed too much and not in a good way. And that coming from somebody who knows the game inside and out. So,
like, Pat Summit's one of those people. Like, I think Becky Hammond's the same way, right? Like, Becky Hammond could have coached in the NBA. She was an assistant coach for the San Antonio Spurs, went to the WNBA, and I think the team that she's coached, the Las Vegas Aces, have won 3 out of 4 championships.
I think so.
That would translate to the NBA, I feel like. But again, the wild fact that the NFL is celebrating, we have female referees. Cool, dude. Like, you should have had that for a while. You know what I mean? The same thing with we have female umpires. Congratulations on being the last league to adopt to it.
Well, and you got to say, and I'm sorry, Tommy, but for example, this year's World Cup is going to feature some female referees, not on the side or anything like that, not helping or anything, being the center of the game. Because in soccer, we have to say the following, Tip. The judge, jury, and executioner is the referee. They might have a little bit of help from VAR or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's his or her eyes that tell us the whole story of the game. So it is very important, and it's so awesome that I know at least one ref from Mexico that she's going. I always forget her name. Katia is her first name. I always forget her last name. Who's going to be at the World Cup? So we're dealing with a lot of things that, and it's crazy that this conversation started with coffee.
Yeah,
and the thing is, if you're giving somebody coffee in a bikini, here's the thing: who cares? Enjoy it. Yeah. I know I will.
Oh, I definitely know you will. I actually told them preemptively to put a restraining order on you.
Another one?
Another one. You're like DJ Khaled. Another one. Like, that's the way that we're treating it, man. And like, I know this isn't normally how we do the show, but like I said, it annoyed me, man, because that post has been up for an hour maybe, and I'm normally not the type that like mutes comments and stuff like that. But seeing people try to tear down other people, say what you will about the concept of it, but don't sit there talking about someone else's body. You know what I mean? Who the hell are you to sit there and talk about somebody else's body?
Right? Unless you're Arnold, or
fucking
Jay Cutler.
Yeah, like not even that, right? Like you've got to be just the most chiseled, perfect thing on the world. Like an umpire that I saw in minor league baseball. I need to send you a picture of this dude. Yes, it's a dude. I 1000% have a man crush on this umpire, and I hope he comes to El Paso as often as physically possible because Jesus Christ, man, that's a good looking man. But
I'm going to have to talk to Alejandro about this one, man. This one worries me.
he needs to be on the team just constantly all the time.
Well, at least he did say he doesn't. He has to come to the team more. But anyway,
and then this is the thing that Ashley's saying as well. That's another thing that El Paso does well. I believe that they have a program for training for the female refs. I think I remember seeing that on a council meeting. LOL. They do. And that's one of the cool things about it, right? Like, I don't know if you got to meet her, Augustine. I'm pretty sure you did. My friend Stephanie Brooke Aragon, she is now the head coach of the women's flag football team at Brown University in Ohio. She was a semi-professional football player here in El Paso, played volleyball in college in Tennessee and stuff like that. Not at the University of Tennessee, but in Tennessee, she played, collegiate volleyball and stuff like that. And she's brought so many eyes to El Paso, where we see like these female flag football tournaments for high school students and stuff like that. And now she's giving out scholarships to like this type of stuff. You know what I mean? And I know this, again, like I was saying earlier, this isn't the normal way that I do a show. I've got 8 sisters, dude, like that I grew up with. 8 sisters that I grew up with. 4 more that I didn't grow up with. That is a grand total of 12 sisters.
Wait, it was all sisters? It was all women?
I also have 2 brothers that I grew up with, and then 3 other brothers that I didn't.
I was going to say that explains everything.
Look, bitch.
I don't think where your sisters were born, they went like that. I said, looky here.
Looky here, girl. Anyway, you saw a little head nod there, too.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
I did that really well. But my whole thing is like, I hate seeing women tear down other women, especially for something so vapid, especially for something that's so minuscule in the grand scheme of things. All these women are trying to do is go out there and make a damn dollar and have fun doing it. Just because you hate your life and you hate your job doesn't mean that you got to yuck on someone else's yum.
And you got to say it, Tip, just because they hit their own body and want to crash on somebody else.
Exactly. And like it's
from the video I saw, I mean, I would not hate that body.
No.
Especially the one in the background. Woo!
Eduardo Ariano saying, I very much appreciate the great effort from our female athletes. Love to watch women's basketball, softball, and track. That y'all know that too. I love me some women's basketball, man. I've got my Shanae Ogumake LA Sparks jersey because there's not a team in San Antonio anymore, and I refuse to cheer for any team in Dallas that isn't the Cowboys. That's just me being me. But my God, dude, like I love watching it because eventually it's going to pay off. Like it will get there. We're on the ground floor watching this thing as it builds up, as it rises. Again, the amazing things that you don't realize the city of El Paso had. We had an Olympic athlete that represented the country of Canada as a softball player in El Paso for the better part of a decade. Sarah Plord, teaching young women here how to be a successful softball player, and is now the head coach in Dayton. What is it with Ohio taking our people? Jesus. And also,
they want the Mexican food too.
What was that?
They want the Mexican food too. If you've been to Ohio recently, there's a bunch of new Mexican food restaurants. Cincinnati right now has this one place owned by a guy in Tampico called what's it name? It's translated to El Buen Sabor, the good flavor. I saw somebody saying hello from Ireland. Hello, hi.
I was gonna do like an Irish accent, but I don't think that would be right.
No. Let's play golf.
I'm good with that. I want to learn like how to actually play golf. The only golf I do is Top Golf.
Me too. I used to get out on the sometimes get a quick 9 holes out in at Painted Dunes or something like that, and I haven't done that in at least 2 years, man. I've gone to what you say, Top Golf, and I've been to some of these bars that have these virtual things too. But I need to get out there.
I don't like the virtual ones. I don't know what it is. Like I don't want to like hit a screen. Like I actually want to see how far the ball goes. I am not good at all. I don't have a ton of power. Even as a baseball player, I didn't have a ton of power. That was not my game. Get on base. I am 1000% money ball. That is who I am. I don't hit for power. I get on base and I score runs. Nothing impressive here, right? But I like watching, how far the ball goes, like hitting the little targets and stuff like that. The little virtual screen to me, I can't get behind it.
Well, if it's 110 outside, like Phoenix and here, playing golf does get interesting.
Do you see this? This beautiful tan of mine? I don't give a crap about 100 degrees outside. Make me even darker. Make me, instead of being, mocha colored, I can be brown sugar again. Like get me back to where I need to be.
Mocha. Now you're thinking coffee. Hey, look.
They did, and again, dude, like give it a shot. The coffee is phenomenal. Like I'm all about gimmicks. If you have a good gimmick, you better kill whatever the damn product is that you're selling, because that's the only way you can get your gimmick going. Again, the guy that's sponsored by Happy Nuts, right? Like the guy that's looking for an energy drink. Augustine, we're not going to say the name yet, but I've gotten in contact with them.
No.
I've gotten in contact with him. So we might have some new energy drink sponsor coming up.
That's going to be completely and utterly interesting. But anyway.
You know what the funny thing about this is going to be is I'm going to get canceled for my sponsorships, and not because I said something terrible.
Well, the thing is, you also always say something terrible, so we're accustomed to it. So
I set the bar super low. Whenever I don't say something terrible, you guys are like, wow, look at this. A really informed Mike Tipton. I like it.
They'd say, wait a second, what happened to that show? It's respectable.
I'm going to say the start of this show, me like going on this tirade of mine, I apologize. I know it just struck a nerve with me, because as I hit the intro, it was like someone just body shaming people. We're better than that. Be better than that. I'm a big fat guy. I embrace who I am as a big fat guy. Embrace who you are as the person you are. It's not that difficult. And if you're not happy with yourself, go out there and make the changes that you need, that you feel are what you need to be happy with yourself and become happy with yourself. And if changing your physical self isn't that way, then you got to work on your mental. And that's the only way that you can be happy.
I feel Ashley should be here. But anyway.
1,000%. Ashley.
Yeah. I feel she should be here and be telling us what to do.
Ashley's going to have a couch laid out and just taking notes. And how does that make you feel?
I would imagine myself being at that couch. That makes me feel that I want more coffee. I'll admit it. I mean, I'm going to start accepting myself for who I am. Pretty boy womanizer.
I don't think you've ever had a problem not accepting yourself for who you are. Like I genuinely appreciate that about you, Augustine. You are the most confident person I have ever met, despite looking like a seal. Those are your words, not mine. Your words.
Hey, at least I don't have a cut right here or anything. Anyway, sorry, seal. Sorry. Sorry. Hey, I would never have that kind of talent, though.
No, not at all.
I mean, he got Heidi Klum.
Yeah. But again, like obviously, like great singing voice, right? Like, do not tell me, Augustine, that whenever "Kiss from a Rose" came on, that you weren't just out there loving that damn song.
It was all right. I mean,
I don't think you are giving that song the respect it deserves. That is in the "You Want to Get Some" playlist, 1,000%. But okay, you're at home, Augustine. "Kiss from a Rose" comes on. You look over at your significant other or the person you met at the bar, whatever it is. I'm not judging you. You look over at them.
Person I'm at the coffee shop.
You look over at them and you say to yourself, "Man, like you're looking so beautiful. Like the fire is roaring in the fireplace, and the best thing that I know I can give you is just the tip."
I just want to put the tip in.
It's time for
Just the Tip.
That would make me uncomfortable.
Promise that it ain't too much, but just enough. Just a tip.
I should have seen that coming.
Just the Tip is brought to you by our friends over at www.myhappynuts.com. Guys, go check them out right now. You hear me tirading about it all the time. Ladies, it's your turn to step up. Father's Day is right around the corner. You're tired of your man coming home and just being depressed. You know the reason why he's so depressed? It's not because of all the stuff he has to do at work. He can deal with that. He's a strong-ass man. It's because his boys are so sticky and uncomfortable. They're unhappy right now. Go to www.myhappynuts.com. Use promo code Mike Tipton at checkout and make sure your man's nuts are as happy as my nuts. That's so stupid.
Yeah, great conversation about coffee and nuts. Anyway,
this show is really weird, Tommy. I apologize. I know your kids were in the car. My bad, mea culpa. But I don't think we said anything bad.
No, I think it's something important that we should talk about, and that's the involvement of women in sports, women in general, in our daily lives. Because let's face it, they make up 50% of the population anyway. So, I mean, I was lucky enough to meet the most gorgeous basketball players right here at UTEP, and I'm talking about you. Yes, you, Kelsey Plum. I still think she's a knockout, and but the way she plays is just amazing, you know. And the way some of these women in the WNBA play is just, you know, our own Kayla Thornton. Yeah. The way she plays is my goodness gracious me. Please teach El Paso kids in general how to play. And it brings up to a great subject that I wanted to talk about is, you know, all these players we talk about, you know, they play in the NBA or they're referees or women or men in general. I mean, a lot of times, and I've seen Tip, and you've probably seen it all the time, is a lot of these kids or even some pros that already gotten there do not want to pay that extra price of getting to that level. You know, for example, you hear the stories about Kobe and Michael and even LeBron and all these very top players being the first in the gym, being the last in the gym, being, you know, taking care of themselves. You know, well, Michael never took care of himself. It just, you know, the drinking and the golf, and you know, he was just an alien. He was more of an alien than the xenomorph. But anyway, but to get to that place, to get where your friend got to now in Ohio or where she's at, she needed to pay the price. And they were willing to pay that price. So are people now willing to pay the price to get where they want? Like, man, Tipton, you paid a huge price to get you where you are. I mean, let's say it for what it is. You're a C-level executive at a minor league baseball team, at the top of the line minor league baseball team, AAA. That took 15 years of the making. It's not like all of a sudden, hey, Michael Tipton was good at this. No, you had to pay your dues to get there. And that's what a lot of people, a lot of sports guys, non-sports guys, I mean, wanted and have it, like me. I mean, I got it so easy. I'm piggybacking off your fame.
That's a very loose use of the word fame right there. Okay, so before I get to that, I wanted to say Eddie over on Instagram says that women's basketball tends to have more offense. It's a lot more exciting. I agree with that 100%. My whole thought process whenever I look at women's basketball, comparing it to men's basketball, is women's basketball tends to be much more fundamental, where men's basketball is much more flashy, right? But at the end of the day, whenever you're watching a men's basketball game and you see them making the wrong move or the wrong play over and over and over again, you know it's because they got by off of just pure athleticism. They don't necessarily know or understand the game. Where in women's basketball, they know exactly what it is that they want. They know exactly what it is that they're going to do in the future. and they know how to like work cohesively as a team. Even if you have one star like Caitlin Clark, right? Like that's amazing. Caitlin Clark, great basketball player, but she also relies a lot on her team to get her where she needs to be. That's what I love about women's basketball. Whenever you talk about people wanting to do that hard work, I think it translates a lot to that as well. Because whenever we look at these younger athletes, these newer athletes, I think I told you, right? Like I remember whenever I was at ESPN, it was like my third week there. I'm finally doing a couple of things. My voice has gotten to be out on air a couple of times as a producer. And I get a couple of follows on X, and that's cool, right? Like you see your social media starting to get a little bit of traction. You think to yourself, okay, maybe I'm making a little bit of an impact. And I get a message from someone that followed me on X, and it's a high school football player. And I was like, oh, like he's in Houston. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, good for you. Like he's like a top recruit in the state of Texas. I'm not going to say his name because, quite frankly, I forgot his name, right? Yeah. But this message that he sent me, it's, hey, I see that you work at ESPN. How can you help me?
That's easy.
And to me, it's like, okay, I guess I get what you're trying to say, but let's be a little more elegant in the way we speak. Let's be a little more tact in the way that we speak to people about this stuff, because you're coming up to someone, a grown-ass adult for the first one, asking them.
Where's the grown-ass adult?
Huh?
Where's the grown-ass adult?
That's a wonderful question. Look, I'm 40, all right? So I get to pretend that I'm a grown-ass adult. But, like, the balls on this kid. And whenever I was like, oh, dude, like, I'm just a producer on the radio side. I don't think I can, like, I have that much sway. Like, oh, so you're a nobody. Got it. Blocked. Like, he blocked me on that. And I was like, that's fucking hilarious. But you know what the funny thing is he more than likely peaked there, right? Like the fact that I don't know your name and you sent me messages should say something, right? Like, and I'm a person who's really good at remembering. I remember tiny details about people because I want to make sure that I know things about people whenever I speak to them, right? The fact that I don't know anything about you shows that you're just like that's not the type of person that needs to become a professional athlete. But he was coddled and pushed in that direction, told that he was special each and every step of the way. Then you look at these people, right? Like the Kobe Bryants. Kobe had that crazy ass mindset of, I know I'm really good, but I want to be the greatest that ever did it. That sociopathic mindset.
I mean, can you imagine the set of pelotas on Kobe Bryant when he would next stand to Jordan and tell him, teach me? Yeah. Not just teach me. Hey, how do you put your foot there? How do you do this? How do you do that? And yes, when Michael cried, that was like a big brother on a little brother. But the funniest thing of all that is when he said, I'm not going to teach you anything because you steal all my moves. And everybody just, and if there's a video online, I don't know if you've seen it, you've probably seen it, about the moves that Michael had and the moves that Kobe had.
Very similar.
Very similar. And the thing is, I don't think anybody in the NBA, I can't think of anybody that has those moves.
Not today. Not in today's game. Looking over at the comment section over on Instagram, Amber Banda saying, good morning, guys. Eddie Ariano saying, ouch to the kid who, how can I help you? Wild. Then Amber going on to say, no one wants to work with assholes in any industry.
Hey, I'm right here.
Augustine, you're not an asshole. And if you are an asshole, you're my asshole. I knew that would get a pop out of you. Eddie saying, best coaching is not only about sports technically, but it's about teaching character. Could not agree with that more. And you look at, like all of us have that one coach in high school that we can always go back to, right? Like that we think of like, man, that dude or woman helped shape my life, my perspective on these things.
Coach UN. Hi, Coach UN.
And you look at professional sports, right? That was Greg Popovich. That might have been Bill Belichick, but I think Bill Belichick was one of those really hard, like judgy.
Kind of like a '60s grandfather.
Yeah, there you go. That's a great way of saying it. That's a great way of saying it. Amber also says, we're Nalgabanding over here. I mean, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Augustine, again. I couldn't say it. I almost
Say
said
it. Come on. No. Don't hold back.
Augustine, we can be butt buddies.
No, you shouldn't have. Sorry.
Tommy says, Augustine, you're a dumbass. There's a difference, bud. LOL.
Sorry. Hey, I just want to say that, and respect me.
That's right. That is right.
Don't dumbass shame me. What?
He might be a dumbass, but he's my butt buddy.
Exactly. I just remembered that stupid commercial. My buddy.
Oh,
and something else came to mind that Major League Baseball, well, minor league baseball should look into is bringing the Garbage Patch Kids back.
Why?
Because they were a little cool thing for little kids and everything, and it would make cool merchandise. Because I was just looking at your cap again, and it's still hot, but those things were so amazing in regards to merchandise because they were funny, and that's at the end of the day what they're trying to do. Bring those fans in, not just to see the athletes that actually work like we're talking about, and to have a good time, to have a good dinner, to have a great beer after a hard day of work, but also have fun. And that's I think you were gonna mention something about about sports in general, and sometimes we forget. Yeah, there's a price to pay. There's all this, but it's also to have fun.
Yeah, and that's the that's the thing with me, right? Is like my job is very demanding. I think y'all, that have supported the show have seen that it can be super demanding because sports is not your typical 9 to 5. And I accepted that the day that I decided I wanted to get out of the military and do sports as a career, right? Like that was the thing that I realized I needed to do. But I also make sure that I preface and I take a moment each time, right? Because the day can get super overwhelming. It can get super stressful. And then I look out that window and I see downtown El Paso, or I see that EP on the grass, and I get to walk on a baseball diamond. And it puts a lot of stuff into perspective, man. I'm not out there with the stressors of saving people's lives, of telling people that they have a disease that's incurable or any of that other stuff. I am in the entertainment business in making sure people feel good. When I work that audio board and I play a song and I see everyone jamming and having themselves a good old time, and I see those cameras zoom in and get those people, and those people see themselves on that video board that took me all damn day to make sure it was working properly. That right there is one of the most rewarding things that we can get, man. And at the end of the day, if you're not having fun in not just sports, but in your job and your life, go find a different avenue, man. This life is too short for us to stress about stuff like that, for us to go to work and hate the job that we're in, because that job you hate could be the dream job of somebody else. Go find your dream, dude. Like it's to me, it's really that simple. And that's what the best part about sports is. I'm gonna go super nerd on you, Augustine. That
I was just gonna say Mike Tipton, the Vince McMahon of sound.
Let me tell you something, guy. But you know that I have a pretty extensive background in psychology, wanting to do psychology before I came into the sports world and doing stuff like that. The reason why sports are so successful and that sports can have the connection that it has with people is because sports transcends us. Sports gives us something that we are missing emotionally, physically, whatever it may be. You can watch a game at home by yourself and still feel connected to those thousands of people in the crowd that are not around you. You celebrate the way that they celebrate because sports helps us get there. Every single one of us has a memory in sports where you are there with a family member, a close friend, just anybody. That moment can take you back to that feeling. For me, whenever I play basketball, a lot of people don't realize this. When I go and play basketball, I kind of stand there a little bit. I palm the basketball, get it with both hands. I smell the basketball. That smell brings me back to learning basketball with my brother. My brother passed away 3 years ago now, and that's a way that I can still connect with my brother. That's what sports does to us. It's more communal than people think it is, and it's more helpful to people than people think it is, especially mentally.
Yeah, it helps out a lot. And like you said, Tip, like we said it earlier, if you had a hard day at work, if you had, you just did something stressful something happened at home, something, you turn on that thing and you lose yourself for at least a couple of hours. And you can reset to actually, have a clear mind and everything. So sports does give us a lot, but also it taketh away. Yeah,
What are the garbage pail kids? So, like, again, I grew up in a very Christian household. We weren't given toys. Christmas and my birthday, I received one thing a year, right?
socks.
So, like, my birthday, I normally got like a little toy car, and for Christmas, I got like a pair of pants or like shoes. Like it was never a lot of toys. So I never had a Cabbage Patch Kid, and I never had
No,
like a garbage pail kid. Like I don't.
Garbage Patch Kid.
Okay.
Go ahead and look them up on Google while I talk to our audience. And like I said, it does taketh away. And just want to send condolences to Kyle Busch's family. I don't know if anybody knew this. Yesterday I was driving, and all of a sudden we got the news that Kyle Busch, who had just won a race a week before and needed some medical attention after the race because he had like a sinus cold, Tipton. And a week later, he goes into a hospital and he's gone. And this is not just sports. This is everything. Take care of ourselves. If we have a cold, go to the doctor. People don't go to the pharmacy and get Tylenol. Sometimes, we know our bodies and we know when something is a little bit more uncommon than usual. But this one, Tipton, really hit home for me because I like racing. I watch Formula One, and I don't watch NASCAR that much because it's just going around in circles. But at 41 and dying of a cold, that's where it really hit because that should not happen. And we should be taking care a little bit more of ourselves in today's day and age too. So sorry to bring that down. I just wanted to send. I know his family's not watching. They've got a billion more things to do than watch this scary, seal on, on online. But yeah, that hit me pretty hard because I would never see Kyle Busch in that position because if you remember in the interviews, he was always so lively, saying thank you to everybody. Everybody had talked to him, said what a great guy he was, so open. Yeah, rest in peace, Kyle.
It reminds me a lot of like one of my very first assignments that I had whenever I made it to Connecticut was whenever Roy Halladay passed away in that plane crash. And like, again, thinking to myself, like I loved the way that man pitched, right? Like he was such a great pitcher for the Blue Jays and for the Phillies and stuff like that. And whenever you see life taken away that soon, the one that always comes to mind is Kobe. I am not a Lakers fan. I always loved and appreciated Kobe Bryant, but I just remember thinking to myself, and it still brings emotions to me now, just how terrible that was and how unfortunate it was for us to not see the second act of what Kobe's life would have been because we saw the great basketball player.
Yeah.
and we were in the middle of witnessing a great dad. That to me is like the biggest tragedy of it all. Like the man he was going to be post basketball, I feel like was going to be a better man than he was a basketball player.
Can you imagine him being a color commentator?
Oh God, he would hate it. he would have hated today's basketball, man. All right, so I want to get to some of the comments over here on the Instagram side, and of course Ashley giving us a little bit of love, saying, you know what, take care of yourself, fellas. Schedule those appointments. Don't push past it. Over here, Daniel also saying all sports should wear knee pads and elbow pads and taped wrists and MMA style gloves. Basically, health and safety gear for all sports. I mean, you can't really get away with that in all sports. Yeah. But a lot of sports are now catering more to the safety side of it, so it is good to see that. And I know it looks goofy, but those big like concussion preventing helmets that they have now in football, like we do need to see a lot more of that.
And for baseball, those little cages they got to
that cover the face because you could get drilled.
Especially in college baseball, because we got to remember college baseball has that aluminum bat.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
The exit speed on that thing is amazing.
Amber Bonda saying the Super Bowl is in Nashville. What two teams do you want to see play in the new Nissan Stadium? I mean, obviously. If you're asking what two teams I want to see play in the Super Bowl.
Okay, how about this? What two teams realistically do you see playing in the Super Bowl?
The Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The two greatest teams. The two greatest teams in the history of NFL, the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
You mean the London Jaguars?
The London Jaguars, whatever it is. Daniel, you're over there in Ireland. I hope you get to go check out our Jacksonville Jaguars. If you don't have an NFL team, make that your NFL team. It's everyone who watches this show. It's automatically our second favorite team. They went much further than everyone else thought they would go. They are the Jacksonville Jaguars. Duval. Like, let's go. Let's go.
No.
All right.
He's from Ireland. His first love is probably football.
Yes.
So is he a Celtic fan or a Rangers fan? That's the thing.
Or Hearts. Who cares who else?
No, it's Hearts, it's Aberdeen. It's so crazy that I know all these teams from Ireland.
I will leave that up to you, my friend, because I will one day maybe. I'm trying. I'm really trying, man.
Well, the thing is, you're trying and you have to.
Whoa. The Jacksonville Jackoffs is what the commish said right here. Atlanta, Georgia is my team because of Ted Turner and TBS. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So the Atlanta Braves, I cannot be upset about that.
We lost Ted Turner as well.
Yep, very recently.
We lost Ted Turner. You know, he had a full life though. He left a legacy. So shout out to Ted Turner and all that he did. He founded CNN. Fake news. Anyway, but he's staple in all our households here in North America. So shout out to Ted Turner and what he did, not just for news, but what he did for sports and what he did for a bunch of charities as well. So shout out to Ted Turner as well. There's one thing, we have about 5 minutes remaining, Tip, and Cinco. I just want somebody to think about this.
Uh-oh.
Jerry Rice, after 40, at 40 above, 2,500 yards receiving. I think about 16, 17 touchdown catches after 40. And the only other player to have receiving yards after 40 is your man crush, your ultimate roaster now, is Mr. Tom Brady. Mr. Tom Brady.
That comment from Tommy is just unnecessary.
Yeah, it's completely unnecessary. We know you're a turd.
Oh man, I mean, it is hilarious though. Like
It's funny as hell. Yes.
that's what. Right.
So
Okay.
I just want people to think about these names and think about all the blood, sweat, tears, vitamins these Hulksters. Well, no, just kidding. Went through to have this longevity. We remember Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played until he was 43, 42.
Mhm.
And at 40, he was still averaging over 14 points a game at center. LeBron James, we all know about his longevity, and we're probably tired of hearing LeBron James, but what he did, what he's doing is still amazing. And if he plays one more, how old will he be if he plays one more year?
43, but it would be his
Oh,
24th season in the NBA.
holy crap! Now, one name that a lot of people don't remember is Jordan at 39 still averaged 20 points per game,
26.
and on bad knees, horrible knees.
After being retired for a couple of years. Like
Yes.
the fact that he was able to come back and even get that Wizards team close to the playoffs is wild. But like whenever you talk about that, right? Like you can see Jordan freak athlete, LeBron freak athlete. It's these dudes, like a lot of people, and it might be one of the weirdest names I pull out of my bag of dudes that played for 20 years, but Kevin Willis.
Kevin Willis.
That dude won again, just super built, just big muscular dude, tiny little T-Rex arms. How he was a 7-foot, power forward and spent 20 years in the NBA is insane to me. Eddie's saying that he's tired of folks hating on LeBron. I am too. Like I don't hate on LeBron anymore as much as I'm like, you know what? We need to appreciate greatness in the moment. It's the same way that I was with Kobe Bryant, especially there towards the end of Kobe's career. We I think should all appreciate what LeBron James has done for basketball. Again, the ghost that he's chasing will never be caught. And I think that's the unfortunate part about LeBron James's career is whenever you're that great, you're compared to whoever else is that great. And unfortunately for him, that guy is a god amongst men.
Yep. Correct. I am a god amongst men. Thank you. Now,
Wait for the lightning bolt to hit you now.
yeah. Good thing. Well, and I want to throw these name outs to everybody, and people can start thinking about this maybe on the weekend. Gordie Howe.
I feel like back then it was easier, man. Like you would see like Bob Cousy playing 20 years. Like it was a little different back then.
Okay, here's a more recent name. Jaromir Jagr.
Jaromir Jagr.
Tomato.
Oh, I'm thinking of his name. I got his name on the tip of my. I can't fucking think of it right now. Julio Franco. Still playing.
Yeah,
Still
exactly.
playing baseball professionally.
How about this?
That great
Nolan Ryan.
Who?
Nolan Ryan.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean,
Beating up Robin Ventura in year 26 of his career.
the Nolan Ryan threw no hitters at 43.
I mean, Randy Johnson threw a perfect game at 41.
Exactly. I mean, so yes, granted, football is different, but
yeah, I mean, to have that type of longevity in the NFL is wild, right? And that's where like you got to give Tom Brady his due. Even Aaron Rodgers, I don't like Aaron Rodgers, but you got to give him his due.
That's all the drugs, though.
And the same thing to like Emmitt Smith, right? Like Emmitt Smith playing that long,
Yeah,
at that position,
yeah,
will never be heard of again.
Yeah, no, completely agreed. And but I still think the greatest running back of all time was, and will be Barry Sanders.
That's going to be a longer debate than what we have time for right now. So maybe that's where we pick up next week, Augustine. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning into today's show. Hopefully, I'll see you at the ballpark. We got 3 more games. 2 of them will have.
German.
Yes, I went dry. We have 3 more games, but 2 of them Sunday, Saturday are going to be fireworks nights. Come on out there to the ballpark. We're going to have
Look
our
at your schedule, please.
We'll see you all then. Have a good time, guys.
3-9.
Dry.